What's up guys, if you don't know by now, I played the early access for Life is Strange Double Exposure and tried streaming it for people to watch. Big emphasis on tried. I got home from a long ass day of work, super excited to stream this game since I fell in love with the first one, so I was really interested in what this installment has to offer. I even avoided any types of spoilers, so when I played the game I get to piece things on my own. I've pretty much only watched the trailers. The early access allows you to play the first 2 chapters of 5 and so far everything's been alright. Max is back with new powers, and while I do wish Chloe was present, we get a brand new cast of characters consisting of her 2 new best friends, Safi and Moses, unfortunately a new love interest Amanda, and a wide selection of possible suspects. Not only that, but the new setting of Caledon University, the uni Max is a resident of, gives this somewhat nostalgic feel for Arcadia Bay. It's homely, but comfy, and full of very questionable people. The gameplay is pretty much the same as any graphic narrative games. It has a point-and-click adventure gameplay, which I'm fine with. I'm more of a story-based gamer anyway, so I'm mostly here for the stories and plots. Speaking of which, the plot of Double Exposure is finding out who murdered Safi. Max wanting to solve this mystery not only kicks off the game's story, but it also triggered her new powers. Instead of being able to rewind time like she used to, she can now warp between 2 realities. One where Safi was killed and the other where Safi is still alive. With Safi's life still in danger, Max sets out to find a culprit, getting involved with pretty much everyone at Caledon University. At the end of chapter 2, it's revealed that the murderer was Max herself, which was crazy to me, but it kinda makes sense. While warping between realities, there's an alternate version of everyone but Max. So, I started questioning where herself has been this whole time, and why would Max even kill Safi? There's a lot of mysteries to be solved in this new game, and I'm super excited for it. I can't wait for the last 3 chapters to be released and for this new mystery to unfold. With that said, I do have a couple of theories myself, and with my track record I'm most likely wrong, but I'm gonna try it anyways. My first theory is that there's another reality where there's nothing but evil versions of themselves, hence Double Exposure, but it doesn't really hold any strong evidence. My other theory is that it's some kind of misunderstanding. It's been stated before that other people have powers in this game, and it could be someone who's trying to ruin Max's life. The motives are still a bit of a blur, but there's evidence. Reggie, Lucas, and Gwen. Reggie claims that he saw himself at the Overlook carrying the same puzzle box he gave Max, freaking him out. Lucas said that his son would lie to his wife about the reason for the divorce when he wasn't even in the same place at that time. In Gwen's case, she was supposedly caught on camera selling drugs to students. It might just be me, but it's possible that someone could have the powers to shapeshift and travel between realities, wanting to ruin Max's life. Maybe someone from her past, like say Jefferson? Yes, he could be alive if you choose to hide the fact that he killed Chloe from David, or even after choosing the wrong choice of sacrificing Chloe. He went to prison in some timelines regardless of the ending you choose, as long as you kept him alive. But why would you? That's a very questionable morale if you did. Another suspect for this theory is Safi herself. She's pretty much involved with the victims' lives besides Reggie. She's Max's best friend, so she could have been jealous of her about something. She used to babysit for Lucas, and it does seem like they have more than just history together. We don't really know much about Safi, and not even Max knew that Safi was sleeping with Vin. So who's to say that she doesn't have a history with Lucas? And I know Lucas is married, but it's very common in college for a professor and a staff or student to have a thing together. It's that wonderful mistake they make, but now they regret the consequences of their actions. Lastly, Gwen did get Safi's book cancelled. Pretty much all of them are legitimate reasons or motives for her to ruin their lives. Except maybe Max. One thing is for sure though, I do hope that Max and Chloe gets back together. In the first game, I chose Bay over Bay, and it's all because I wanted Chloe to have a happy ending. I wanted her to live her life with Max, and finding out they broke up was depressingly hurtful. Chloe has been through so much, and even more so after playing Before the Storm. They've been through so much together, and breaking up just like that doesn't feel like it's genuine, or at least to me it didn't feel like it. But like they said before, dear Max and Chloe, forever. So I do have a lingering hope that they will get back together. If it is Jefferson, it's the best opportunity for Chloe to make a comeback, rescuing Max the last minute and they get back together, giving us the best ending for their story. The fact that Max does have a new love interest gives me anxiety though. The only thing that irks me about Chloe making a comeback is the way they'll have to write her in the story with only 3 chapters left. She can't just come back to Max's life expecting Max to take her back. With Max seemingly trying to get over it, it will be tough to just slip Chloe in nonchalantly. There has to be some sort of conflict or something that'll spark their zing. Either way, I hope Deck 9 doesn't fumble this. It would be mad disrespect not only to the IP but to the loyal fan base it has. There's only one major problem I've had with the game, and it's just how unplayable it was. Constant lags, major delays, messed up settings, long loading screens, some messed up graphics, and overall just unplayable. I realized the lighting was off the charts, so I added shadowing to it and it messed up the whole game. By this I mean it was lagging like hell. I toned down everything graphics wise to the lowest setting just for it to get even worse. Like, how? I know shading and detailing adds layers so your PC will be working overtime, and at some point I did thought it was my hardware not being able to keep up with the game, but that wasn't the case. The specs for my hardware was at the very least on the recommended level of system requirement, and after doing a little bit of research, I found out I wasn't the only one having problems with this. Mostly for PC players, the game would sometimes not load or the game would just crash. And these people have better builds than I do. So I concluded that it was the game itself. The saving grace was an update that was launched literally as I'm making this script. Some stuff have been fixed, but I'm hoping that by the time that this game is fully released, all these problems are gone. Side note, I did pre-order the Double Exposure Collector's Box just because it's rare for them to actually release legitimate merch for stuff like this. Usually you have to go to like Etsy to find stuff for Life is Strange or like games like this in general, so I pre-ordered the Collector's Box. That's it for the video. Comment down below if you're playing it or staying as a spectator for the time being. Hit that like button, subscribe. Peace!